Number 26, Eduardo
Beautiful Labatt Memorial Park in London, Ontario. My name is Reece Doumani, and it's another beautiful night for baseball here in London. A game where two teams are looking to rebound. We're talking about the Kitchener Panthers, who fell at home last night to the Brantford Red Sox, who picked up their second win of the season, matching their entire total from last year. As for the hometown London Majors, it was a 12-11 defeat at the hands of the Welland Jackfish last weekend. So as I mentioned, both teams looking to get back into the win column. And, well, if history or recent history is going to repeat itself, expect a lot of runs tonight. We're talking a 99 combined runs scored between these two teams last year. London winning that season series 4-2, of course, moving on to win their second straight IBL championship, which, by the way, I saw the rings. I like year 2 a lot better than year 1, but Majors absolutely looking for that three-peat here. Off to a 4-4 record to start. That's good for 5th place in the IBL standings. The visiting Kitchener Panthers sit a couple spots above them. They are 6-4 through 10 games to start this 2023 IBL season. As lineups continue to be announced, the London Majors are taking the field, and we're getting closer and closer to first pitch here at Labatt Memorial Park. The final man to get announced is tonight's starter, Owen Boone, who we will touch on after the national anthem, which will take place right now as we go to field level.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch them all.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years.
Now there's hope. Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for only $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
You're watching.
Here's the pitch. Joseph drills it to right center field. That ball's going back to the warning track, to the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Starling Joseph, a 2-run home run.
London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Park. Let's send things down to field level with Jaci Solomon.
Welcome to tonight's game. The Kitchener Panthers are in town to take on the London Majors for the very first time this season. The London Majors are going into tonight's game at 500 with 4 wins and 4 losses. Longtime player for the London Majors, Cleveland Brownlee, is projected to hit his 500th RBI tonight, so something to watch out for. Another beautiful Friday evening playing under the lights. These teams are excited, and so are the fans. More from Reece up in the Game Day London press box.
Thank you, JC. It is absolutely a gorgeous night here in London, Ontario. We're in the Game Day London broadcast booth. Owen Boone on the mound tonight.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
One of the best pitchers over the last couple of years. Gonna look to get London that 5th win this season, climb over that 500 mark. London Majors currently this season 2-1 here at home at Labatt Memorial Park. As for the Kitchener Panthers, they are an even 2-2 away from Jack Couch, and it might bring them a little fortune after falling to the Brantford Red Sox last night. 11-5 the final score in a game where they gave up a trio of home runs, which at Jack Couch Park, if you don't expect to give up home runs, you probably shouldn't be playing for the Kitchener Panthers, because that ball absolutely flies out of that ballpark. Yolio's throw down to second. We'll go around the horn as we approach first pitch here at Labatt Memorial Park. And it's Blake Jacklin to get things started for this Kitchener Panthers team. Of course, there's a lot of power in quite a few of these bats for the Kitchener Panthers, as seen last year by the second hitter for the Panthers tonight, Andy Leader, as he will take his normal spot in center field in the bottom half of the first inning. Boone has his sign into the windup. The first pitch of the night is in there for a strike. Justin Snively comes up with the right hand. The 0-1 is going to be hit in the air, left side, going into foul territory, but that's going to drop. Joseph and Battelle both chasing after it, but it falls foul, and Boone is quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Expect him to pound the strike zone quite a bit here tonight. He's a guy that likes to work ahead, and if you're going to be successful at any level, you absolutely want to start the batter off with strike 1 and get to 0-2 as quick as possible, or at least 2 strikes as quick as possible. Jacklin awaits the 0-2. Here it is. It is just off the plate outside. Very good crowd here at Labatt Memorial Park on a Friday night. Thought Boone had his first strikeout of the evening. Defense playing pretty straight up. Here's the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. This London crowd getting on the umpires right away. Tough vantage point from the Game Day London broadcast booth to tell if he did go or not. It was close, but the count will be even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boone will try to get Jacklin here. Pitch is going to be popped up center field. Of course, sun playing a factor here early on in the ball game. Taking care of that is Lawrence, and there's one down. That'll bring up Andy Leader, of course, one of the major power bats, not just in this Kitchener Panthers lineup, but all around the Inter-County Baseball League. They're going to be playing for the Kitchener Panthers. Of course, they scout those power guys to insert into that middle of the lineup. The first pitch from Boone is swung on and missed, strike 1. Nothing in 1 from Boone is going to be fouled straight back to the screen, and Boone starts his night with back-to-back 0-2 counts. Leader chokes up on the bat, awaiting the 0-2. It is high, ball 1. Leader slight bend at the knee. As I mentioned, choking up here with 2 strikes, just trying to get something in play. 1-2 is going to be hit in the air. Center field, Lawrence coming in, diving, and he made the catch. As mentioned on the previous play, the sun being a factor early on in the game. Little bit of a late jump there from Lawrence, but makes up for it with a beautiful dive. He's got the first 2 putouts here tonight, and there are 2 outs here in the top of the first. Just a play like that early on in the game, it gets the crowd amped up, of course gets that London Majors bench amped up as well. First pitch to Raul Gonzalez is in there for a strike. Gonzalez, the shortstop for the Kitchener Panthers. He awaits the 0-1. This is going to be popped in the air, right side towards the line, but it's going to drop foul. 3 straight, 0-2 counts here for Boone in the first. Looking to put away the side, 1-2-3. After a brief pause, Boone is back on the mound. He's got his sign into the windup. The 0-2 is outside. Defense for the Majors, left to right. Joseph is in left, Lawrence in center, and Reichstein is in right. Patel, Candell, Reyes, Cruz, and McGee around the infield. That pitch is fouled back. And of course, Eduardo Fiolio doing the catching for Owen Boone. Boone looking to send his team to the dugout. The 1-2 is going to be lined foul left side. The count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. Panthers and Majors here in London, one of 3 games around the Intercounty Baseball League. Keep you up to date as we move along throughout the night. Boone with the sign again. He's into the windup. Another 1-2 is going to be hit on a line into center field. Lawrence isn't going to get that one. It'll be a 2-out single for Raul Gonzalez. First hit of the night comes in the top of the first. And that'll give Liam Wilson an opportunity. Keep this inning going, potentially get the Panthers on the board first. Talk about those other 2 games around the Intercounty Baseball League. The Toronto Maple Leafs are in Hamilton to take on the Cardinals, a revamped Cardinals organization. What a phenomenal job they have done throughout the offseason, promoting the team around the community, in the media as well. So they will host the Maple Leafs. Currently, as we speak, they got underway at 7:35 as well. First pitch is inside to Wilson, ball 1. And of course, as always, the Friday night game at Arnold Anderson Stadium in Brantford, Ontario. Guelph Royals and Brantford Red Sox going to do battle, more than likely at like 8:15 or 8:20. Not the originally scheduled 8 o'clock time that you see on IBL.com. 1-0 is swung on and missed. Count is even 1 ball and 1 strike. That'll be an interesting matchup in Brantford. The last time those 2 teams met was at Hastings Stadium in Guelph, where the Brantford Red Sox picked up win number 1 on the season. Both their victories coming on the road. London Majors definitely did damage against the Sox earlier this year in the first 2 games, as this ball is hitting the air very deep to left field. Looking up is Joseph. That ball is gone. And Liam Wilson showing off his power here early in the game. It's a 2-run shot to left field, and that was pretty much a no-doubter for him. Panthers strike first. It's 2-0. Just a pitch from Boone that looked like it did catch quite a bit of the plate. And again, this Kitchener Panthers lineup is definitely made to mash baseballs. Liam Wilson does exactly that here in the first, a 2 spot for the Panthers. First pitch to Elliot Curtis is in for a strike. Also, kind of shows the importance of 2-out hitting. Raul Gonzalez with a solid line drive base hit to center field. 0-1 swung on and missed. Boone again quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. So two-out hitting kind of gives you an understanding of how deep a team can be and how good a team can be and how good the Panthers have been early this season. 0-2 is inside and low. The inning isn't necessarily over with 2 outs. Panthers showing that here in inning number 1. Here's the 1-2 from Boone. It is fouled back. And Curtis stays alive. One-two in the dirt and blocked. Good job by Diolio to keep that one in front, keep the body square. This crowd definitely fired up following 2 quick outs and an absolutely stellar play from Drew Lawrence in center field, but Liam Wilson has quieted this home crowd. They're looking for a big K here. Pitch is fouled off to the left side. Elliot Curtis putting together a really good at-bat here with 2 outs in the first. Two-two. Swung on and missed. Curtis strikes out to end the top of the first inning, but the Panthers do strike first. Curtis of a 2-run homer from Liam Wilson. 2-0 Panthers as the Majors are coming to bat. Quickly go over their lineup here before they step into the batter's box to face Christian Hawk. Leading things off is Tommy Reyes-Cruz. He's the second baseman. Byron Reichstein hits second. He's in right. Eduardo Diolio is hitting third. He's doing the catching, of course. Starling Joseph is in left. Cleveland Brownlee, as mentioned by JC before first pitch, sitting on 499 career RBIs in the Intercounty Baseball League. And all it could take is one swing of the bat for Cleveland Brownlee to get number 500 as he continues to just put himself in a category that is way higher than a lot of other players in this league. I'm talking about one of the best, at least in my lifetime anyways, to play in the Intercounty Baseball League, that's for sure. And of course, nice to see him cap off a really nice career with back-to-back IBL championships, of course, going for that 3rd straight one this year. So he hits 5th. He's a designated hitter. Kane McGee hits 6th. He's the first baseman. Andrew Lawrence is in center. Daniel Battelle is the 3rd baseman tonight. Keith Candell will hit 9th and playing shortstop. And as mentioned, they are going up against Christian Hawk, a guy that will see a lot of innings this year. He saw a lot of innings last year, and that's something the Kitchener Panthers kind of struggled with down the stretch and at least into the postseason, was the depth of pitching that they had. You see Christian Hawk toe the rubber quite a few times down the stretch for the Panthers. He is tied for first in the Intercounty Baseball League with a couple of victories. He's won 2 of the 6 games for the Panthers. So he gets set to face this London Majors squad, 4-4 through the first 8 games, looking to get over that 500 mark. First pitch to Reyes-Cruz is in the dirt, ball 1. Hawk is definitely someone that likes to work quick. The 1-0. This one is going to be hit in the air, left center field. That ball's going to drop. All it took was 2 pitches for the Majors to get their first hit of the night. And what a way to start the bottom half of the first for the Majors, especially if you want to respond as quick as possible to that 2-run homer from Liam Wilson. Byron Reichstein with nobody out. First pitch from Hawk is in there for a strike. Reichstein, third on the team in batting average. He's hitting .455 in 5 games this season. 10 hits in 22 at-bats for him. Hawk checks the runner. The 0-1 is a breaking ball, missed outside off the plate. Might have been high as well. Reichstein, couple of home runs as well this season. One swing of the bat would tie the game here early. 1-1, another breaking ball. Looks like it went around the plate outside. Justin Snively confirming that with a slight nod. So Reichstein, favorable count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Hawk set, the pitch is way up and out. And Reichstein has himself in a 3-1 hitters count. You hear this London Majors crowd, the reverse cheer, if you would call it that. Looking for ball 4 from Hawk. The pitch is inside. It'll get away from the catcher, but not far enough that we'll see anybody move up further than 90 feet. Majors' first 2 runners on here to start the bottom of the first inning.
Your pitcher, number 26, Eduardo Diolio.
Here is Eduardo Diolio. 5 home runs, 15 RBIs. He's hitting .485 in 8 games this season. 16 for 33. And what a start he has had. Looking to do some damage here early on. 2 runners on. First pitch to him, outside corner for a strike. Yuyori Ibarra doing the catching for the Panthers tonight. Him and Hawk are the battery for Kitchener. The 0-1 is a breaking ball that's fouled off of Ibarra. That looked like a very juicy pitch for Diolio to crush. He took a pretty healthy hack at it. Tried to put 3 on the board very quickly, but just fouls it straight back. The count's 0-2. Reyes Cruz at second. Reichstein is at first. Panthers defense playing straight up. Time is called by the home plate umpire, Justin Snively. Stephen Whalen is a little bit shaded towards second base, of course, to watch Reyes Cruz, make sure he does not get too far off of second base. Hawks got his sign. The 0-2 is up and away. Diolio takes a breath, steps back in. Hawks got his sign, comes set. Check on the runner at second. The 1-2 is off the plate away. Starling Joseph awaits on deck. Hawks set again. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Diolio goes down on strikes for out number 1. That's strikeout number 1 for Hawk on the evening. See if Joseph can pick his teammate up.
The left fielder, number 7, Charlie Joseph.
Joseph hitting .250 to start the year. He's played in all 8 games. Does have 1 home run, 7 RBIs. He also has 5 walks in his first 8 games this season. First pitch from Hawk is a breaking ball. That's going to stay fair. Step on the bag at third. Throw to first, and they got him. Well, that was a nice play from Nick Parsons at third. Ball just stayed fair. He stepped on his bag, threw to first to retire the side. 2-0 Panthers after 1. You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch them all.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to beautiful Labatt Memorial Park. Reece Doumani here with you inside the Game Day London broadcast booth. 2-0 Panthers as we head to the top of the second inning. Two-out, two-run homer from Liam Wilson that gave the Panthers that early lead. They'll have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up in the second against Boone. That'll be Nick Parsons, who made a really nice play to end the bottom half of the first. He had a ball that barely stayed fair. Justin Snyder was all over that, jumping out from behind home plate. Parsons just stepped on third base, threw it across the diamond to first, just in time to get Starling Joseph. So Nick Parsons, Stephen Whalen, and Uyor Ibarra for the Panthers in the second.
Leading off the third baseman, number 88, Nick Parsons.
Parsons leading the way average-wise, at least for the Panthers. And I mean, if you want to talk about how many games he's played, this is only game number 2 for him, but a nice start to his season, being 2 for 3 in that first game. First pitch from Boone, check swing. He absolutely went too far. And it's strike 1. Owen Boone, 24 strikeouts coming into tonight's contest. That's good for first in the Intercounty Baseball League as the 0-1 misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Also leading an ERA with a 1.42. Of course, that going up a little bit there in the first. 2 runs coming across for the Panthers. 1-1 is downstairs in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Majors again playing straight up defense here in the second. Of course, you'll probably see the adjustments as this game moves on. Championship caliber teams are able to do so well as making adjustments as swinging strike 2 and the bat goes flying down the left side. Nick Parsons, get yourself some more pine tar.
Dizzy bat is it still later?
And that's exactly what he's going to get here from the Panthers bat boy. Get that pine tar stick out. Probably one of the furthest throws of a bat I've seen on a swing. You maybe see it go 60, 70 feet, probably maybe close to either first base or third base, depending on the batter, but that one going way past the London Majors dugout. Down the left side here at Labatt Park. The 2-2 from Boone is going to be hit in the air. Left field, this ball is deep. Joseph going back, leaps at the wall. He didn't get it, it's gone. Second home run already on the day for the Panthers. This time it's Nick Parsons, and they jump out to a 3-0 lead in the top of the second inning.
Second baseman,
Maybe the bat was trying to tell him something on that previous swing. Threw the bat far enough, might as well hit the ball far enough on the next pitch. First pitch to Whalen. It was strike one. So Boone will indeed face all 9 hitters through 2. As Ibarra waits on deck. 0-1 to Whalen, misses. Both home runs hit to left field. That one not as deep as Joseph almost came up with that ball. Would have been the second highlight reel play that we've seen tonight. Drew Lawrence with a diving catch for out number 2 in the first inning. Count 2 balls and 1 strike to Stephen Whalen. Boone into the windup. The pitch is going to be lined right to second base. Reyes Cruz didn't have to move at all. Just a soft liner out to second. And that is out number 1 in inning number 2.
The catcher, number 48, Doumani.
Now here's Ibarra. He takes a strike in 9 games this season for the Panthers catcher. He's hitting 188. 0-1 is low. Ibarra does have a home run, 6 RBIs in those 9 games. Boone into the windup. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It is going to be hit in the air to left field again. Joseph back at the wall looking up, and that is another home run to left field for the Kitchener Panthers. And it seems to be Derby night here in London as the Panthers have jumped all over the majors in the second inning. It's 4-0. It's really uncharacteristic of Boone here tonight. A lot of pitches are catching a lot of the plate now. We're looking at him being burned 3 times via the home run. 2 spot in the first, 2 spot here in the second. First pitch to Jarvis missed outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. This one fouled back. You could just see that London Majors bullpen spring into action. A couple of guys racing down. Once that 3rd home run left the ballpark, as the 1-1 is in for a strike. Boone ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boone into the windup again, 1-2. Check swing, did he go? He did not. Diolio throwing his arms in the air. Was very convinced that he went. Third base umpire says no, and it's his opinion that matters. runs, 4 hits for the Panthers. Jarvis and Boone, even 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is way high, and the count will run full. Definitely want to get back to the top of the order with nobody on. Boone will try to do that here. 3-2 is high, ball 4. There will indeed be a runner at first base as we flip things over back to the top for Blake Jacklin.
Left fielder, number 36, Blake Jacklin.
Jacklin 0 for 1. He flied to center in the first. Jacklin, one of the leaders coming into the game for the Panthers, hitting .429, 18 hits and 42 at-bats. He has played in all 10 games for the Kitchener Panthers. First pitch from Boone is in for a strike, the exact same way he started him off in the first. Actually ended up going 0-2, count worked to 2-2 before he hit the fly ball to center. Throw over to first, and Jarvis is back easily. Jarvis does have a stolen base this season. Time is called as Boone was set to throw the pitch, so it'll stay no balls and 1 strike. Boone 1 pitch away from getting himself a ground ball. 0-1 in for a strike, and he is quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes to the Panthers' leadoff man. The 0-2 is upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boone quickly back on the rubber. One-two. Swung on and missed. Got him with a breaking ball there. Strikeout number 2 tonight for Boone. And that's out number 2 here in inning number 2. We'll bring up Andy Leader, who was robbed of a base hit in the first. A beautiful play from Drew Lawrence. And lost that ball for a split second in the sun, but was able to recover nicely and dove forward to make a nice play. First pitch showing bunt, but he pulls back. Leader a long look down towards third base, getting his signs. He steps back in. Boone is set. 1-0 pitch is going to be popped up on the infield. Candell is under it, calls everybody off, and makes the catch to retire the side, but 2 more runs come across for the Panthers. They lead at 4-0 after getting the half. Get some of that momentum back and start chipping away at this Panthers lead. It was a home run from Nick Parsons, which just cleared the wall in left out of the reach of Starling Joseph. And then Ibarra. That one was more of a no-doubter. That one went to left as well. All 3 home runs for the Panthers to left field tonight, giving their starter Christian Hawk a very nice, comfortable lead here early on the road. A quick update here. Out-of-town scores around the Inter-County Baseball League. As I mentioned, 2 other games going on, 6 teams in total. The Welland Jackfish and Barrie Baycats are idle tonight. So we will start in Hamilton. Hamilton Cardinals currently leading the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-2. That one is in the bottom of the second. And it says pregame under the Guelph and Brantford game, but there's more than likely a sun delay at Arnold Anderson Stadium, so they will be getting going momentarily in Brantford. As you look here at Cleveland Brownlee, maybe we'll see some more history from the big man. Sitting on career RBI number 499, just needs one more to get to that 500 mark, and you see him there on the mobile cam presented by 519 Jersey Auction. They're the #1 jersey supplier in Ontario. Check them out on Instagram at 519 Jersey Auction. As Cleveland Brownlee steps to the plate. And we'll see if he can get number 500 here. What an accomplishment that would be. Not only do you have 500 RBIs in your IBL career, that's just a milestone and such a huge, big part of his career, the London Majors organization, for him to get that. But imagine he does it in style with a home run. First pitch misses inside. Would definitely light a spark for this London Majors team, looking to gain back some of the momentum that the Panthers currently have, leading 4-0. Here's the 1-0, is swung on and missed. He definitely went for number 500 there. Big cut and miss. Hawk ready to go. Into the windup, the 1-1 is going to be hit in the air, center field. Leader had to move back a little bit, but then takes a couple of steps in to retire Brownlee. That is out number 1. In the bottom of the second inning. Bring up Kane McGee. He's played in 7 games this season. He is 7 for 20, hitting .350 on the year. No home runs, 4 RBIs. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Hawk. First pitch to him is upstairs, ball 1. Saw the catcher there, Ibarra, tell Hawk, focus down. Make sure you finish out in front. 1-0. Pitch is in there for a strike. Sun not really playing too big of a factor now. This took about 15 minutes to go away, 15, 20 minutes. Outfield pretty much covered by shade now, except for certain parts of right center field and left field. Still a beautiful night for baseball at Labatt Memorial Park. The 2-1 is fouled straight back. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Panthers out hitting the Majors early in this one, 4-1. 3 of those hits are via the long ball, which is where all 4 runs have come from. Two is fouled back. Panthers are shading McGee a little bit towards the right side, but not too badly. Here's another 2-2 from Hawk. It is going to be hit on the ground, right side, but it is going to get foul. Hawk didn't get there in time, so we'll just reset and do things over again. You could really tell Hawk got on his horse, try and keep that ball fair, because he knew he was going to have an easy out at first base, but hits the lip and rolls foul. McGee back in the box. Here's another 2-2 from Hawk. It is going to be hit in the air, left field. That one's going to hang up for Jacqueline. And 2 quick outs here for Christian Hawk in the bottom of the second inning. Wonder if we'll see him start to get in a groove here. Majors, of course, want to counter that. Start to get as much traffic on the bases as possible. Try to cut into this lead that the Panthers have. But Hawk has gotten a couple of fly balls here in the second. And it'll be up to Drew Lawrence to try and keep the inning alive. Lawrence, 261 to start the year, and he raises his average there, going after the first pitch from Hawk. Base hit into center field, and we'll see what the Majors can do here with 2 outs in the second. Lawrence wasting no time at all going after that first offering from Hawk, and the rest of the London Majors team take notes of that. Again, Hawk's a guy that's going to be around the zone. He's not the hardest thrower around the Intercounty Baseball League, but he's able to spot his pitches well. Definitely uses his off-speed stuff to his advantage. We'll see if Patel can do anything here. First pitch to him is taken for a strike. Daniel Patel, 429 to start his 2023 IBL season. He is 9 for 21. He's played in all 8 games for the London Majors. Hawk with a check on the runner, comes set. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. And he is ahead 0-2. Hawk set again. 0-2. Swung on and missed. And he retires Patel on 3 pitches for out number 3. In the second inning, we head to the third. Panthers lead 4-0. You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home.
Joseph crushes one.
Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and the athletes. Whether it's in the rink with the Knights or on the field with the Majors, Game Day London has you covered from the start. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com, a proud sponsor of Majors TV.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years.
Now there's hope. Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for only $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Park. Reece Doumani here with you inside the Game Day London broadcast booth. Jaci Solomon is at field level. And, of course, your London Majors TV broadcast crew here with you throughout the entire Intercounty Baseball League season. My first time back to Labatt Memorial Park since last season. Filled out a couple of times throughout the year and the playoffs. Always a nice time coming down to London. Other than driving through downtown, that seems to have every road closed possible. Took Highway 2 to come in as the 401 also under construction down to one lane around the Ingersoll area. So decided to take the back roads, Highway 2 through Woodstock from Brantford. And couldn't have picked a better night to come down. Here's the first pitch from Boone to start the third. He pumps it in there for a strike. Raul Gonzalez to lead off the third for the Panthers. He is 1 for 1. big two-out single in the first, which led to that two-run homer from Liam Wilson. He takes the 0-1 low, and the count is now even. Gonzalez coming into tonight's game, playing in all 10 games for the Panthers, hitting .429. 1-1. Just off the plate outside. Boone thought he had that corner painted. Justin Snively didn't think so. Count goes 2-1. Here's the pitch from Boone. It is upstairs and high. Good hitters count here for Gonzalez. 3 balls and 1 strike. Gonzalez does have some power. 6 home runs, 19 RBIs in his first 10 games. The 3-1 is taken for a strike. He started to move towards first. Snively pulled him back. Count now runs full, and this would be big for Owen Boone. Get the first man here in the third as they head through the middle of the lineup. 3-2 is going to be fouled straight back off the netting. See Gonzalez set in the box. Boone has his sign. He's into the windup. Another 3-2. It is taken. Strike 3 called. Strikeout number 3 tonight for Owen Boone. And that's exactly the result you want with Liam Wilson coming up. That is the first strikeout looking for the Panthers tonight. Jacqueline and Curtis, the other two victims of the K, except that was a regular normal K, whereas we saw Gonzalez go down with a backwards K in the scorebook. First pitch from Boone is in the dirt. Boone falling behind here against Wilson, but he's been getting ahead most of the night here against Kitchener. 1-0 is taken high. 2 balls and no strikes. Boone with a long look in. The 2-0 is in there for a strike. I think that's the best spot that you want. A 2-0 pitch right at the knees. No chance really for anybody to lift that out of the ballpark. Two-1 is going to be hit in the air, center field. Lawrence moving back towards the fence. He looks up, and that is home run number 2 on the night for Liam Wilson. He went to left field in the first. He goes to dead center here in the third. Panthers now lead 5-0 as they have scored in every inning to start the ball game. Now Elliot Curtis into the box. First pitch to him is taken for a strike. Panthers maybe taking out some frustration from last night's loss against Brantford on home field at Jack Couch Park. 0-1 swung on and missed. As mentioned off the top, Brantford earning win number 2 on the year last night against the Kitchener Panthers, matching their win total from a year ago. 0-2 is low. One, 2. Swung on and missed. Second strikeout of the inning. 4th of the night for Boone. And there are 2 down here in the top of the third. Now Nick Parsons steps to the plate. Homered 1 inning ago. It was a leadoff home run to begin the second. First pitch is a breaking ball in for a strike. Oh, 1 is another breaking ball, going to be lined into center field just over the head of Keith Candell. A great effort to try and get that ball in the air, but it's just over his glove. And it'll go as a 2-out single. Parsons 2 for 2 to start his night. He'll bring up Stephen Whalen, who lined to second. It was a soft line drive to second base, not hit very hard. Reyes Cruz didn't have to move a step to get to that ball. First pitch here fouled off into the London Majors dugout. Whalen with an open stance, knees bent. Waits for the pitch. It is swung on and missed, and he is quickly behind Owen Boone. No balls and 2 strikes. 281 coming in to this one is Stephen Whalen. The 0-2. Check swing in the dirt, but he clearly did not go. So the inning stays alive. Boone set. 1-2. Fouled off. Diolio couldn't hang on to it. Thought he had it for a second, but saw it roll out of his glove towards Whalen's back foot. Six hits already for the Panthers. Whalen looking to make it 7. Pitch from Boone is swung on and missed. He strikes out the side, but ends up giving up 2 hits, and that included a solo home run from Liam Wilson. He extends this Kitchener Panthers lead. They are up 5-0 through 2.5 innings. Due up for the Majors in the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be Keith Candell, and then back to the top. Tommy Reyes Cruz and Byron Reichstein. 9-1-2 for the London Majors against Christian Hawk in the 3rd. As Christian Hawk warms up for the bottom of the 3rd, we're going to send things down to field level with Jaci Solomon with Roop's report. No, we're going to stay up here. Apologies for that. See if the London Majors can get themselves back into the game. Not necessarily getting 5 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, but absolutely will have to start chipping away at this lead as soon as possible. You know, whether it starts with one run here, try and answer that solo home run from the Panthers in the top half of the inning. It'll be 9-1-2. We'll try to do it for the London Majors, and that begins with Keith Candell. Candell, a little bit of a slow start to this season, hitting 111. But again, someone who impacts the game in more ways than one. If he's not getting it done with the bat, he's getting the job done on defense. He's getting the job done with his legs. The range he has at short and the way he's able to make his way around the bases definitely has an impact in every game that he plays in, and definitely is trouble for any opponent that either comes to Labatt Memorial Park or where Keith Candell goes to visit. The 1-0 from Hawk is swung on and missed. Looks like he went with the breaking ball there, and it's 1-1. 1-1 is going to be hitting the air foul right side. It'll get out of play. Hawk is ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is swung on and missed in the dirt. Throw down to first is well in time. Candell strikes out. To start the bottom of the third, Christian Hawk starts the third the same way he ended the second, and that was a swinging strike 3. Back to the top of the order, Tommy Reyes-Cruz, and this is kind of where London Majors had something going. It looked like they were going to have an answer for that 2 spot the Kitchener Panthers put up in the first, but Starling Joseph ended up grounding into a double play, which, you got to give credit where credit's due. Nick Parsons made an absolutely beautiful play on that. Ball just staying fair down the third baseline, able to step on his own bag and throw across the diamond to first just in time to get Joseph. But it all started with this man, Tommy Reyes-Cruz, as he singled. But here it's a slow roller to first. Hawk covers, and that is a very quick 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning.
Right fielder, number 22, Byron Reichstein.
Here's Byron Reichstein. Walked in his first plate appearance in tonight's ball game, but was stranded. Lefty steps in against the righty Hawk. First pitch misses outside. Now the 1-0. Outside and low. As you see Ibarra there, kind of not so much directing traffic, but kind of directing Hawk about what went wrong on that pitch. The 2-0 is upstairs, ball 3. Reichstein ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. Panthers making an adjustment here against Reichstein. They don't really have as bad of a shift as we saw in recent years in Major League Baseball, of course, it being restricted now as he takes strike 1. But there is a shift against Reichstein. Gonzalez is shifted up the middle. Whalen and Wilson pushed over towards the right field line. Here's the 3-1. It is taken low, ball 4. Second time tonight that Reichstein has walked, and we'll see if the London Majors can get something going here with 2 outs. I would say they have the right man coming to the plate. Eduardo Diolio has got the power to put 2 on the board and get the Majors back into the game. Just takes 1 swing to energize. 1 swing, 1 play, 1 pitch. First offering from Hawk is popped up. Right side, foul territory towards the Panthers dugout. It's actually going to tail back a little bit. Wilson went over, as well as Ibarra and Hawk. Wilson was the closest one to it, but he was unable to make the play. It falls for strike one. Another life for Diolio. It looked like a pretty good pitch to drive into a gap. Looked like a breaking ball stayed up. Diolio fouled it off. The 0-1 is going to be lined back to the screen, and it's 0-2. Going to be hit up the middle. Just going to be a quick flip to second base for Gonzalez. That'll retire the side. One man left thanks to the walk to Byron Reichstein, but the Majors, another 0 on the board thanks to Christian Hawk. Still 5-0 Kitchener after 3 innings of play. And we're now going to throw things over to Jaci Solomon. She's got her Roop report.
Welcome to the Roops Report. I am Jaci Solomon. I had the opportunity to talk to Coach Roop Channerdad before the game and ask him about Cleveland Brownlee, longtime player on this London Major team, has the opportunity to hit his 500th RBI tonight. And I quote from Roop, "That guy is a legend, and I hope he gets it here tonight." We're going to stay tuned, and something to look out for the rest of this baseball game. When asked about the mindset going into tonight's game, as the Majors are at 500 in this season with 4 wins and 4 losses, Rube had to say Owen Boone will get the start pitching for the Majors tonight for the very first time at home here at Labatt Park, and their main objective is to get an early start on this game and get some runs up on this Kitchener team. We're going to go back up to Reece in the Game Day London press box. Reece?
Thanks, JC. And yeah, that's a good point on Cleveland Brownlee. He's been a staple in this London Majors lineup, London Majors clubhouse in the city of London, Ontario for quite a while. And just has a huge impact on the community of London. And of course, as always on game day here at Labatt Memorial Park. And really a lot of fans around the Intercounty Baseball League. When the London Majors are in town, he is the one guy that you hear most people say, yeah, I'm here to watch Cleveland. I'm here to watch Cleveland. You know, whether it's tonight, everybody here at Labatt Memorial Park, potentially seeing him record RBI number 500 in his IBL career, or whether it be any other milestone that he has reached around the rest of the IBL ballparks. It's just always a special event when you can see Cleveland Brownlee step into the batter's box and see if he can do something special. And one thing I did want to point out, during that third inning, I just took a peek over towards that London Majors dugout. And, despite the game going on and the Majors being down 5-0, you saw Cleveland Brownlee interacting with the fans, making sure they were having a good time. Because this London Majors team has put on a show for them, and they have come out to support them over the last couple of years, seeing 2 championships back-to-back in 2021 and 2022. Just giving back to the fan base of the London Majors, understanding that they mean a lot to this team, and they always appreciate the support. So to everyone who has come to the ballpark tonight on a beautiful night for baseball, thank you for being with us. For anyone who couldn't be here tonight or joining us on Majors TV, we appreciate it as always. Matt Hiscox and company has put together quite a production here in London, to say the least. It's always nice to be a part of it. Come down, be part of this Majors TV crew. Boone is done with his warm-ups. The throw goes down to second, and we're going to get the 4th inning underway momentarily here. 5-0 Panthers lead the London Majors. They're out hitting the Majors 6-2 through the first 3 innings. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 spots due up for the Panthers. Yuyor Ibarra, Jet Jarvis, And Blake Jacklin back at the top. Ibarra 1 for 1. A solo homer back in the second. First pitch from Boone is taken up or out, or both. Into the windup, the 1-0. It's taken right down Broadway, strike one. One pitch is going to be lined into left field. That's a base hit. Ibarra 2 for 2 through his first 2 at-bats through the first 4 innings here. And he is on to lead off the 4th. Bring up Jet Jarvis. He walked in his first at-bat. See if Boone can get a ground ball here. Majors looking to turn 2. Boone looks in for the sign, comes set. Not a big lead for Ibarra. First pitch is inside. One-0. Just off the plate outside. 2 balls and no strikes to the Panthers' number 9 hitter. Jet Jarvis, of course, Panthers right fielder, a very talented outfield for the Kitchener Panthers. 2-0, taken for a strike. One thing you would definitely circle and talk about in keys to the game involving the Kitchener Panthers is how effective their outfield is, not only at the plate but in the field. 2-1 is low, ball 3. You know, understanding that Jack Couch Park isn't even close to the biggest outfield in the Inter-County Baseball League. They're able to manage, when going around to the other 7 ballparks. Very good awareness in the outfield of each other, of the walls, the fences. They understand what ground is theirs. They understand when to give way either to an infielder or to one of their fellow outfielders. Well, it's been a strength for the Kitchener Panthers, at least looking back last year and even the year before. Here's the 3-2, is hit on the ground, back to Boone. He's going to go to second, Candell to first, not in time. Well, I'm still going to give credit where credit's due. Kane McGee with an absolute stellar effort on the pick there. Just not in time to get Jarvis at first. They do get the lead runner in Ibarra at second. As Boone, he did take his time. You got to make sure you make a good throw, but I think there was a split second there that may have cost them the double play. There is one out, though. Make sure you get the lead guy, at least get one. Too many times we're seeing, even in the major leagues, it still happens more often than you think, or it probably should. Pitcher just rushing that throw to second because they know they have a limited amount of time, and, well, the ball either ends up in the outfield or is in the dirt, and the fielder bobbles it. 1-0 is swung on and missed by Jacklin. Jacklin 0 for 2. He is flied out to center as well as struck out. One of 5 strikeouts for Boone tonight, increasing his season total to 29. The 1-1, there goes the runner, pitches low, the throw from Diolio is high, Candell with the tag, and they got him. Jarvis doesn't like the call, but the crowd here at Labatt Memorial Park love it. Throw was high from Diolio. A good job by Candell to go up and get that baseball and put the tag on Jarvis as quick as possible. That is out number 2 And now Boone is one strike away from getting his team back into the dugout. Pitch is hit on the ground, but it's foul wide of first. Despite the score, despite how hard we've seen the Kitchener Panthers hit the ball here tonight, Majors have played good defense. And it started with that play from Drew Lawrence in the first, a diving catch to rob Andy Leader of a hit. Here's another one, too. It is hit on the ground and through the right side for a base hit. So the inning will stay alive on Jacqueline's first hit of the night. That'll bring up Andy Leader, who is also 0 for 2 coming into his third at-bat. He has flown to center, as I mentioned. More of a line drive, you could say, but a diving catch from Lawrence. And he has also popped out to short. That ended the second inning. And how important was that out at second, that caught stealing against Jarvis? First pitch to Leader is in for a strike. And with the speed that Jarvis has and a ball hit to right field, you definitely expect him to get to third base, go first to third on a ball hit to right field. Has the speed for it. Would have surprised me if he wouldn't have gone, but again, that caught stealing so important here for the Majors in the fourth inning. That was a very hard foul ball hit down the left side. Leader behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Boone looking to put up his first 0 of the night. Panthers scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the third. All runs courtesy of the long ball. 0-2 is off the plate outside. A 2-run homer from Liam Wilson in the first, and the last 3 runs for the Panthers have come via the solo variety. Couple of home runs to left, or 3 of those home runs were to left. And then Liam Wilson's second was to dead center, just to the right of the 402 marker here at Labatt Memorial Park. There goes the runner, pitches, hit in the air, but well foul down the left side. Of course, with parking back there here at Labatt Memorial Park, you always feel for every windshield that is in attendance today. So Boone will do it again, 1-2 against Andy Leader. Couple of checks on the runner at first. Here's the pitch. It is going to be hit on the ground to third. Going to be a tough play. And it's going to scoot past Battelle and stay fair. So back-to-back 2-out hits for the Panthers as we start to get into the meat of their order, starting with Raul Gonzalez. Singleton scored in the first and struck out looking to start the third, already getting his third at-bat here in the fourth inning against Owen Boone. Panthers now up to 9 hits in the ballgame as we play in the fourth. Boone comes set. First offering to Gonzalez is going to be hit on the ground up the middle, and it is just off the glove of Reyes Cruz, but he's able to pounce on it quickly, step on the bag at second for the force, and that will retire the side. No runs across for the Panthers. They strand 2. It's the first 0 on the board for the Panthers tonight, but they still lead it 5-0 over the hometown London Majors. Hey, if you don't already, make sure you follow the London Majors on all social media platforms. That includes TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Stay up to date with all news and notes surrounding the London Majors. As you see there during the game, always open to signing autographs, always open to engaging with fans, and that exactly is what they do on social media as well. So at London Majors, again, on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And before we head to the bottom of the fourth, we'll head to break. 5-0 Panthers. You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch the ball.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Lamont Memorial Park. I'm Reece Doumani here in the Game Day London broadcast booth. 5-0 Panthers lead it over the London Majors, and of course the story has been the long ball tonight for the Panthers. 4 home runs. We're looking at 2 no-doubters, and a couple of wall scrapers for the Panthers. 3 to left field, 1 to center, as I've mentioned. And Majors just got to start playing for one. Start with 1 run. Try and get yourselves back in the game. Start chipping away at this lead. No, it's not about getting all 5 at once. Lots of baseball left here. Majors still have 6 at-bats to go. 5 runs and 6 at-bats. Very doable, especially for a team that 2-time defending IBL champions. They definitely have the skill to do it. First pitch from Hawk is hit in the air left field, but it's going to get foul. Starling Joseph put a charge into that one, trying to make something happen on the first pitch from Hawk. Joseph 0 for 1. He grounded into that double play. The very common 5-3 double play. He stepped on his bag and threw across the diamond to first. 0-1, a big swing and a miss from Joseph. This crowd trying to get this Majors team going as you hear the Let's Go Majors chant throughout Labatt Memorial Park. The 0-2 is fouled straight back. Joseph back into the box. Hawks into the windup. Another 0-2 is going to clip him. And the umpires are going to get together here, I'm sure, to discuss whether it was a foul ball or if it hit Starling Joseph. Definitely not to appeal a swing. If anybody thinks that's a swing, then I think it's time to go back to school. And it looks like they will be calling it a foul ball. So Joseph will stay in the box. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 is inside again. As now Joseph looks into the Panthers dugout as Hawk having an extended conversation with the umpires. That ball did clip his catcher, Ibarra. It will be, once again, another foul ball. As things start to get interesting here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 5-0 Panthers over the hometown Majors. Another 0-2. That one inside again. Might have been more high. But it's now 1-2. One-two from Hawk is in the dirt and blocked. Good job by Ibarra to keep it right at home plate, right in front of him. Squared up the body. Cleveland Brownlee awaits on deck. Another opportunity to record his 500th IBL RBI. 2-2 is swung on and missed. And Joseph is out number one in the fourth.
Your designated hitter, number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
Hawk into the windup. First pitch to Brownlee is going to be hit up the middle. A nice play by the shortstop Gonzalez, robbing Brownlee of a hit. Panthers continue to play perfect baseball here tonight as Brownlee is out number two in the bottom of the fourth.
Your first baseman, number 37, King McGee.
This game for the Kitchener Panthers this weekend is number 2 of 4 in a row. Of course, falling to the Brantford Red Sox in last night's ball game at Jack Couch Park. First pitch to McGee is swung on and missed. Tomorrow, the Panthers will head up to Barrie. That is a 4:05 start against the Bay Cats. 0-1 is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. And then finishing the weekend off on Sunday the 11th. Back at home, at least. Be able to travel home from Barrie. 0-2 is going to be lined right back at Hawk, and he catches it. Seems like the Panthers can do no wrong as we finish off the fourth inning. It is 5-0 Panthers. You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home.
Joseph crushes one.
Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and the athletes. Whether it's in the rink with the Knights or on the field with the Majors, Game Day London has you covered from the start. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com, a proud sponsor of Majors TV.
You're watching London Majors Baseball.
London Majors Baseball. London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Park here in London, Ontario. Reece Doumani here with you inside the Game Day London broadcast booth. And as we move into the fifth inning here, Kitchener Panthers leading the Majors 5-0. Give a shout out to Cucina Italiano, located at 130 Covent Marketplace in London, Ontario. They provide the crew meal for the Majors TV crew, everybody involved with this great production. So make sure you visit them. Again, 130 Covent Marketplace in London. It is good. Very good. Pre-game meal, very good for us here at Labatt Memorial Park. Definitely gets us ready to go, gets us amped up for game day. Finish my thought from the previous inning. Kitchener Panthers will finish this 4-4. It is actually a home-and-home this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, with the Barrie Baycats. So they go up to Barrie on Saturday. They finish off the weekend at Jack Couch Park, hosting the Baycats. Very busy weekend for the Panthers. Here's the first pitch from Boone in the 5th. It is swung on and missed. Liam Wilson, Elliot Curtis, and Nick Parsons due up for the Panthers. Nothing in one is off the plate outside. After today, London Majors head to Guelph tomorrow. That is a 1 o'clock start at Hastings Stadium. And then they have Sunday off. 1-1 is upstairs. And both teams coming off losses, looking to get back in the win column. Majors falling last weekend to Welland 12-11. Panthers losing to Brantford 11-5 last night. A 2-1 in there for a strike. Breaking ball from Boone. Panthers not taking BP, not taking an in and out before tonight's game. Want to keep things light, keep things loose for a very busy weekend. 2-2 is going to be hit on the ground and through for a base hit into left field. Joseph will come up with it, toss it back into the infield, and that is Liam Wilson's third hit of the night. First one to stay into the ballpark. His first hit, a 2-run homer in the first to left, a no-doubter. And then in the third, he hit it to dead center field. Now here's Elliot Curtis. He's struck out in both of his at-bats tonight. Both of the swinging variety. First pitch to him is in for a strike. Looked back, didn't agree. But once again, his opinion does not matter. Justin Snively comes up with the right hand. Boone comes set. The 0-1 is going to be fouled. And Boone is quickly ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. You know, despite the score being 5-0, despite Boone giving up 4 home runs, again, one thing he's been really good at tonight is getting ahead. You know, not necessarily 0-2, but we've seen a lot of the times tonight against a lot of Panthers hitters, he gets up 0-1, he gets ahead. You know, giving himself a good opportunity to retire every hitter that comes to the plate for the Panthers. It's just Kitchener has shown off their power here tonight in London. And they've made him pay on a couple of pitches. Right here, he's looking for a ground ball. Going to try and work down. The 1-2 is taken. Strike 3 called. Pitch looked right down the middle. That is the 3rd strikeout for Elliot Curtis, and the next time he walks to the plate, he will look to avoid the sombrero. As Nick Parsons will now step in, he's 2 for 2. He homered in the 2nd and singled in the 3rd. Was stranded at first base in that 3rd inning. First pitch from Boone is fouled off right side. will get out of play. Majors playing double play depth up the middle. Patel is shaded towards the third base bag. Of course, you've got McGee holding the runner on at first. Outfield is straight up for London. Here's the 0-1, is going to be lined to the left side. 6, 4, 3, double play. Boone gets that ground ball. And the top of the fifth inning comes to an end. It's something Boone has kind of been looking for in a number of situations in tonight's ballgame. He finally gets it.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping.
On this London Majors infield, Keith Candell gets it to Reyes Cruz, who fires it to first base. King McGee, the receiver of that baseball. As I mentioned, 6-4-3. Majors go around the diamond. A quick update here around the Intercounty Baseball League tonight. Toronto has stormed back. They now lead it 5-4 over the Hamilton Cardinals. They are in the bottom of the fifth as well, and Guelph is currently up 4-0 over Brantford. And we're going to send things down to field level. Jaci Solomon has a couple of future reporters.
Welcome back, fans. I'm joined here with Emma and Hadley. These two girls have been watching the majors and have been so excited to join us for tonight. Now, girls, Hadley, we'll start with you, and then Emma will go to you. Hadley, how long have you been coming to London Major games?
About for 3 years. Yeah, 3 years too.
And girls, what is your favorite thing about coming to watch the London Majors play?
My favorite thing is where you get to run around the circle and where you can catch the balls. Mine is all the fun activities and mostly everything.
Thanks so much, girls. Reese, we'll go back to you in the Game Day London press box.
Thank you, JC. Yeah, this atmosphere is like none other in the Intercounty Baseball League. And, you know, you see it once a week in the major leagues, but in every game around the Intercounty Baseball League, whether it's here in London, in Brantford, Arnold Anderson Stadium, kids always get to run the base, and that's something to absolutely look forward to. You know, on a night where the London Majors, you know, the game really hasn't gone their way, kids are still very involved in the game, whether it's Cleveland Brownlee, as he currently is interacting with fans above the London Majors dugout, you know, whether it's other players that are, you know, going out of their way, signing baseballs, signing autographs for fans. They do a phenomenal job keeping them engaged throughout the game. When it hasn't gone their way, of course, still got half a game to play here as we begin to start the bottom of the fifth inning. Well, it's all about fan engagement in the Intercounty Baseball League, and you know, you've seen a lot of clubs really adapt to what their fans want to see, what their fans like to see at ball games, of course, other than the product on the field, of course. Hawks' first pitch is going to be hit in the air right side. It'll be Whalen making the catch. Andrew Lawrence is retired on one pitch. 7-8-9 due up for the Majors.
Third baseman, number 13,
Daniel Battelle, he is 0 for 1, struck out to end the second inning. First pitch to him from Hawk, inside corner for a strike. Battelle didn't think so. Ibarra doing a nice job framing that pitch up, getting his pitcher the call. Now the 0-1 is going to be fouled off left side. And it's 0-2. We'll talk about Hawk all night long, or Boone all night long, I should say, getting ahead of hitters and being very efficient. Hawk has done the exact same thing. He's working quickly, working at his own pace. As he delivers the 0-2, It is on the outside corner, strike 3 called. Patel gone on 3 pitches. Even though you kind of saw him point after that ball was caught, pointing away, but Justin Snively rings him up. Now Keith Candell will step to the plate. First pitch to Candell is taken for a strike. Ball outside, count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Candell 0 for 1, he struck out as well. That began inning number 3. There's a breaking ball, inside edge. Hawk looking to make quick work of the majors here in the 5th. One, 2 is going to be hit on the ground, up the middle. Whalen will move to his right. The throw is not in time. Candell with a hard 90 to first base, and he will reach with 2 outs. Just a slow developing play there. Whalen moving to his right, picking up that ball cleanly. Might have had a little bit of trouble getting it out of his glove, but of course it's always a challenge when you have Keith Candell running towards first base. Always a tough play when you see Candell running down the line. That turns the lineup over. Tommy Reyes-Cruz steps in. He's 1 for 2. First pitch swing and a miss, and a very big swing at that first offering. The 0-1 is taken for a strike. Quickly 0-2. The 0-2 off the plate outside. Ibarra was set up there. It's exactly where he wanted the pitch from Hawk. More of a chase pitch there, 0-2. Set up offside, or set up outside off the plate. 1-2 outside again. Check on the runner, 2-2. Is going to be hit in the air. Center field. Leader is under it. He makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So Candell reaches on a 2-out hit, but the Majors still with 0 on the board. They trail 5-0 after 5. You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch the ball.
Yeah, I have to say, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Park. Reece Doumani here with you in the Game Day London broadcast booth. Jaci Solomon is down at field level. 5-0 Panthers lead it over the Majors as we head to the 6th inning. Be the bottom of the order due up for Kitchener: Stephen Whalen, Uyor Ibarra, and Jet Jarvis. Whalen, one of only 2 Panthers to not reach base tonight. The other, Elliot Curtis, who has struck out 3 times. First pitch to Whalen. Looked like the changeup there from Boone. In there for a strike. 0-1 is low. Hamilton has taken back the lead against Toronto. It is 6-5 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Guelph has extended their lead over Brantford. They lead 7-0. That game only in the 3rd. 1-1 from Boone is in for a strike. It was a fastball inside corner. Guelph Royals definitely looking for revenge against the Sox. 1-2 is inside into the backstop. Boone into the windup. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. Whalen down on strikes for the 2nd time. And there's 1 out. I've updated you around the Intercounty Baseball League. Let's look at a couple of games in Major League Baseball, at least close to London anyways. Detroit Tigers. Looks like that losing streak will be extended tonight. They are losing 11-5 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. That game is in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch from Boone to Ibarra, misses outside. (1-0) upstairs. Tigers, of course, following a sweep at the hands of the White Sox, and then the Philadelphia Phillies now head back home for 3 against the Diamondbacks and are headed for a loss in the opener. Michael Lorenzen got the start tonight for Detroit. 2-0 is swung on and missed, but the ball rolls to the backstop. Elsewhere, we'll look at the Toronto Blue Jays. They're currently tied 2-2 with the Minnesota Twins in the bottom of the 8th inning at Rogers Center. Count 2-1 to Ibarra. The pitch from Boone is going to be hit on the ground to 3rd. Across the diamond in time. Patel with a perfect throw over to McGee. And that is out number 2 here in the 6th. I'll bring up Jet Jarvis. He reached in the 2nd via the walk. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the 4th, and then was caught stealing. On a beautiful tag from Keith Candell. Throw was high from Diolio, but Candell quickly coming down with the baseball and placing the tag on Jarvis. Pitch is outside. And it ended up being a big play in that inning. You know, the next 2 batters, Blake Jacklin singled, then Andy Leader singled. Could have really been a big inning for the Kitchener Panthers if Jarvis reaches 2nd base on that steal attempt. He's going to hit this ball on the ground to 2nd base in time as Reyes Cruz completes the play. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Owen Boone. Panthers still lead 5-0 in the middle of the 6th inning here at Labatt Memorial Park. Coming up for the Majors will be the top of the order. It'll be Tommy Reyes Cruz, Byron Reichstein, and Eduardo Diolio. And they're starting to get into crunch time if you are the Majors. You know, of course, this offense very capable of putting 5 runs on the board, but if you're not looking to do that all in one inning, you would expect them to start to do it now. Again, chipping away, whether it's 1 or 2 runs. Just something to knock off Christian Hawk, because he has been very good tonight against the Majors. Most batters he's faced in an inning has been 4. You're really only seeing 1, 2 at the most runners on base. The only time that we saw a couple of runners reach base was back in the first. Tommy Reyes Cruz with a single, and then Byron Reichstein walked. But other than that, it's been 1 or none for Christian Hawk. Again, a guy that's going to throw a lot of pitches this year, going to pitch a lot of innings. It's been a staple in that Panthers rotation for the last number of years. Someone who is very good at executing his off-speed stuff, his breaking balls, but still able to locate the fastball effectively. Doesn't have the speed, of course. We're not going to see 95 on the gun, but you know, when you're able to place that baseball wherever you'd like, it seems like that's what he's doing tonight, you can be very, very successful. Ibarra chucks it down, and we are ready to go in the bottom of the 6th inning. A couple other scores from around Major League Baseball. All you Canadian baseball fans, Joey Votto starting to get there. He's starting to come back. Hope to see him in the Reds lineup sooner rather than later, because they're currently losing to the Cardinals 5-0. That game is in the top of the 5th inning. Of course, we're getting closer and closer to the induction ceremony for the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. Here's the first pitch from Hawk. It is off the plate outside. Ibarra made it look good, but didn't get the call. 1-0 to Reyes Cruz is going to be hit past a diving Jarvis into right field. It was off his glove, but it squeaks out into right. And that's a leadoff single for Tommy Reyes Cruz. It's exactly what he did back in the first. See if the Majors can get something going. My apologies. Sorry, that was Byron Reichstein. My apologies there. It was Tommy Reyes Cruz that flew out to center to end the 5th inning. So that'll go as a single for Byron Reichstein, who reaches base for the 3rd time tonight. Couple of walks and now the single here. They'll bring up Eduardo Diolio. First pitch to him, outside corner, strike 1. It is a final in Detroit, 11-6. The final in favor of the Diamondbacks. Hawks 0-1, a big swing and a miss from Eduardo Diolio. And it's 0-2. Oh, 2 fouled off right side. This Majors crowd getting behind their London Majors. Want to see something here. So they have a chance to start a big rally against Hawk. Leadoff man is aboard, Byron Reichstein, who singled to right field. There's a very big hole, I should also mention, on the right side of the infield. Stephen Whalen shaded very close to second base. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball from Hawk outside. Got Diolio to chase. And he is out number 1 in the 6th.
Your left fielder, number 7,
Here's Starling Joseph. He is 0 for 2. He's grounded into a double play and struck out. Again, another big hole along that right side of the infield. First pitch is outside. Joseph saw a heavy dose of pitches inside in his last at-bat. A couple coming close to hitting him, but ended up being foul balls. This ball is popped foul behind the screen. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Joseph back into the box. Hawk comes set. The 1-1 pitch is going to be fouled straight back. Starling Joseph got a very good hack at that pitch. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hawk taking a moment here. Now toes the rubber, looks in for the sign. Joseph set in the box as well. Count is 1-2. Reichstein is at first. Pitch from Hawk. Outside corner, strike 3 called. Ibarra framing that up beautifully for his pitcher. Joseph clearly not agreeing with the call. And you can clearly see some glove movement there from Ibarra, but the good catchers make it so subtle that they're able to get the call for their pitchers. That means there are 2 outs now for Cleveland Brownlee. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hawk in a situation where he gave up a leadoff single. Cleveland Brownlee now steps to the plate. First pitch is swung on and missed. Brownlee sitting on 499 career RBIs. The 0-1 is popped foul out of play, and he is quickly down. No balls and 2 strikes. Cleveland 0 for 2 in the game. He's put the ball in play twice. Flown out to center, and he's grounded out to short. Whalen continues to play shaded towards second base, as the Panthers want to make sure that they cover the left side of the infield. Parsons very close to the line at third. Well, you see Gonzalez, the regular shortstop position. Here's the 0-2. It is going to be lined into right field. That's going to get into the gap. A nice diving play, though. Absolutely saving a run. Did Jet Jarvis. He dove and kept that ball in front of him. That was easily going to be RBI number 500 for Cleveland Brownlee, but a very nice defensive play by Jarvis. He'll still go as a single for Cleveland Brownlee. Reichstein goes first to third. Majors have something cooking here in the 6th as they try to cut in to this Panthers lead. See if Kane McGee can bring home Reichstein from third. A lot of room up the middle. First pitch is off the plate outside. The 1-0 is going to be line foul down the right side. That was a hot one into the stands along the right field line. Counts 1-1. Pitch is a curveball outside corner. Perfectly executed pitch there from Christian Hawk. And he is ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you're McGee, just got to get a ball in play here. Give yourself a chance. 1-2 is going to be hit on the ground to short. It's going to be a nice hop for Gonzalez. He'll throw it on to second, and that will retire the side. Majors threaten but fail to score through 6. It's 5-0 Kitchener. You're watching London Majors baseball here on Majors TV.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home.
Joseph crushes one.
Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and the athletes. Whether it's in the rink with the Knights or on the field with the Majors, Game Day London has you covered from the start. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com, a proud sponsor of Majors TV.
You're watching London Majors baseball.
London Majors baseball. London Majors baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Park here in London, Ontario. Panthers and Majors doing battle. It's 5-0 Kitchener as we begin to start the 7th inning. Reece Doumani here with you in the Game Day London broadcast booth. Jaci Solomon is at field level. We have a new pitcher into the ballgame for the London Majors. It is Abdiel Velasquez. And he replaces Owen Boone, who goes 6 innings, giving up 5 runs on 10 hits. As mentioned, most of the damage has come via the long ball. Really hasn't been a whole lot of stressful situations for Boone, just unable to keep the ball in the ballpark. The Kitchener Panthers with 4 home runs on the night have provided all of the offense. 2-run shot in the first, and then 3 straight solo home runs. First pitch from Velasquez is up and away. Velasquez making his 4th appearance of the season. Here's the 1-0. Outside corner for a strike. Pitched in 12 innings this season. Giving up 9 hits, 10 earned runs. 1-1 is grounded foul outside of first. A couple of those appearances have been starts. Appeared once out of the bullpen and now will appear for a second time here, replacing Boone. One, two. Off the outside edge. Every London major thought it was a strike. Diolio was ready to throw it around. Two is grounded foul. As there is action in the Majors bullpen. It is Skylar Janice who's just throwing. Hasn't hit the rubber just yet. Velasquez just into the ballgame. 2-2 is hit on the ground, right side. Second base, throw on to first is in time as Reyes Cruz will complete the out. And there's one down in the top of the 7th. I'll bring up Andy Leader. He is 1 for 3. Singled in the 4th and has hit a couple of fly balls as well. One to center, and he's also popped out to short. Righty on righty matchup. Pitch from Velasquez, inside edge. Went with the breaking ball first pitch for strike one. Yo one. Inside. And the count is now even. Majors defense straight up in the infield and the outfield. Leader does have power. 422 batting average coming into the game tonight. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Pulled the string. And it's 1-2. Pitch from Velasquez is hit on the ground and just foul outside of third. A diving effort from Battelle, but it stayed foul. One, two. Strike three called. He gets Leader looking. First strikeout for Velasquez, and there are now 2 down in the 7th. Bring up Raul Gonzalez. He's been on base a couple of times. Officially, he's 1 for 3. He singled and scored in the first and reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th inning. Pitch is high. Two balls and no strikes. Velasquez pitches. This ball is hit in the air, left field. Joseph coming in. He's going to make the play. And that will retire the side. Nice 1-2-3 inning from Velasquez. Panthers are done in the 7th as we head to stretch time. They lead it 5-0 over the London Majors. London Majors baseball presented by our insurance guy, the insurance tip of the game, Eric Gagne. If questions, reach him at 519-282-4195. Our insurance guy, Eric Gagne, the insurance tip of the game.
Today, we thought we would share some tips on how you could save on your home or renter's insurance. So we talked to people a lot about how they could reduce their premiums. So one of the ways is bundling your home and auto insurance together. So if you have auto insurance with one company, make sure your agent or broker has you insured with your home insurance with the same company as your auto insurance so you can capture bundling discounts. Being claims free at least 3 years as well too adds a discount to your policy, and that usually goes along with loyalty discounts. So the longer you're with a company, they do add discounts that the longer you're with that company. Also as well too, mortgage-free discounts. If you do not have a mortgage on your property, you could qualify for a discount. Alarm discounts are becoming more popular now too, with burglary and fire alarm systems set up in homes. So make sure your home insurance agent knows about that. And finally, increasing your deductible overall on your property will be offset with a higher discount. So talk to your home insurance agent about increasing your deductible and the discounts that come along with that. Thought we would share those tips today. I'm Eric Gagne with our insurance guy. Now back to you guys in the booth.
Insurance tip of the game from our insurance guy, Eric Gagne. Again, reach out to him, 519-282-4195. And the London Majors need runs in a hurry. Hawk is back out for the 7th inning. First pitch is a breaking ball, catches the outside corner for a strike. The 0-1, not close. One from Hawk is taken for a strike. Drew Lawrence already 1 for 2 in the game. He singled in the 2nd inning and then popped out to second. Here's a ball. It's going to be lined into left field for a base hit. Nice way to start the 7th as this Majors crowd got up and got into it thanks to Sweet Caroline in the 7th inning stretch. Waiting for a reason to explode because of the Majors offense. Here comes Dan Patel. He is 0 for 2. He's got a couple of Ks on his line tonight. First pitch is fouled back. Looks like they hit and run on in that situation. Lawrence was off on the pitch. It is the 7, 8, 9 spots due up for the Majors. Essentially just looking to turn the lineup over is a very close play at first base. Lawrence just gets back. It's also something Hawk is known for. He's a very quick move over to first base. Lefty-righty matchup here with Patel. Slight bend at the knees. Ready for the pitch. There goes the runner again. It is taken for a ball. The throw down. It is in time. We've seen both catchers tonight show off their arms. Lawrence caught stealing, trying to get to second. Lawrence having words with the third base umpire as he walks off the field. 1-1. Inside corner. Patel showing Justin Snively exactly where that pitch was. Count 1-2. We've seen multiple majors upset with the strike zone here. Kind of been like that both sides. Panthers have been frustrated on a couple calls as well. The 1-2 is fouled off left side. Going to go behind the grandstands here at Labatt Memorial Park. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Panthers. No runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Majors. Christian Hawk has dealt all night long. And he's into the windup again. The 1-2 pitch coming is fouled off. A little bit of an emergency hack there from Patel, able to get a piece of it. Just kind of threw his hands at that ball, knew it was a pitch he really couldn't do anything with, and just lives to see another one. Looking to go to battle against Hawk. Into the windup, another 1-2 is fouled straight back, and the at-bat will continue. Another 1-2 to Patel. It is taken on a very close pitch. Ibarra asking where that was. Missed just down. Now here's the 2-2 from Hawk. It is inside and down for ball 3. And Patel has worked it full. Looking to reach for the first time tonight. He digs in. Here's the payoff. It is going to be hit on the ground, foul, right side. Keith Candell waits on deck. He's 1 for 2 tonight, singled back in the 5th inning. Another 3-2 is fouled off, and this is one heck of an at-bat for Danielle Patel as a fan behind the Majors dugout reaches out and makes the grab. And that's one play where if we're playing banana ball with the Savannah Bananas and Party Animals, that's an out. I learned that the other day. I didn't realize that. Savannah Banana Baseball, something that I've never really been interested at all, but I saw a video the other day of an ump explaining the rules. If fans make a catch, you're out. This ball is going to be hit on the ground. Up the middle, Whalen moving to his right. The throw to first is just in time to get Patel. And there are 2 down. Yeah, banana ball, just never something I was interested in, but I found that kind of interesting, a way to keep the fans involved in the game. Of course, London Majors have always done that. Fan engagement here at Labatt Memorial Park is top-notch, more than likely the best around the Intercounty Baseball League. Here's a first pitch to Candell. He's going to hit in the air center field. It is shallow. Coming on and making a nice running catch is Andy Leader. Thought it had a chance to get down at first, but Leader runs in to make the play, and that will retire the side in the 7th. 5-0 Panthers. You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch the ball.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Park here in London, Ontario. Reece Doumani here with you in the Game Day London broadcast booth. Jaci Solomon is down at field level, and fans were getting there. A week tomorrow. It's a Father's Day tradition here at Labatt Memorial Park. It is the 12th annual Pack the Park, presented by Foxwood Homes. And who doesn't like coming to a ball game with their dad? Tickets are available online, and they are, of course, free for Pack the Park Day. The Barry Bay Cats are in town. Oh, it's a great time. Get as many people down here as possible. Bring the whole family down, celebrate Father's Day with the London Majors. We get ready for the 8th inning. 5-0 Panthers. Velasquez back out for his second inning of work. Had a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. Included a ground ball, a backwards K, as well as a fly ball. We're going to see the heart of this Kitchener Panthers lineup. It'll be Liam Wilson, Elliot Curtis, and Nick Parsons. Those three men have combined for 3 home runs tonight, 2 of them by Wilson and 1 by Parsons. Elliot Curtis is going to look to avoid the golden sombrero. He struck out 3 times in the game tonight. Velasquez comes set. First pitch to Wilson is low ball 1. Majors defense straight up. The 1-0. Right down Broadway. That's strike 1. Count is now even. Velasquez pitching out of the stretch. Majors crowd has hung around here, hoping for a comeback. No runs have been scored since the 3rd. This ball is going to be lined just foul. Another hard hit ball down the line. Wilson doesn't agree. He had that ball fair all the way, but third base umpire says it was just foul. So the count will now be 1-2. Velasquez is ahead. As Battel's going to hug that line at third base. 1-2. They're going to check the swing, but Wilson was not close to offering it that ball in the dirt. Velasquez has his sign come set. Wilson awaits the 2-2. Here it is. Inside corner, strike 3 called. Wilson looks down. But he Ks for the second time tonight. Or first time tonight, excuse me. First time he hasn't reached in the ball game. Now here's Elliot Curtis. Struck out all 3 times that he's come to the plate. First pitch in there for a strike. I think that's what you got to do if you're Velasquez. Just go right at Curtis. Make him put a ball in play here, as he has yet to do so here tonight. The 0-1 is upstairs. Velasquez gets that ball and hops right back to the rubber. A lot quicker than we've seen Boone do tonight, or even Christian Hawk for that matter, a guy who's known for working quick. 1-1 is in the dirt ball 2. Velasquez has his sign, comes set. 2-1 to Curtis. Is going to be hit in the air, well foul towards the right side, and the count is now evened up at 2. Panthers with 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the third. And we've seen zeros since that point. Panthers with 10 hits, Majors with 6. 2-2 is low, ball 3. Nice take there from Curtis. Looked like a very tempting pitch from up in the booth. The 3-2. Low, ball 4. And Elliot Curtis will reach here with 1 out. There is now only one Kitchener Panther who has not reached base successfully tonight, and that is Stephen Whalen, who is now currently on deck. Pinch runner at first base for the Kitchener Panthers. We'll try and get you his name as soon as we see who it is. "1-0 is way high. 2 balls and no strikes. Looks like number 12 over there at first base. Actually, number 52 over there at first base. Matt Hiscox has way better eyes than I do. Pitch is low, ball 4, and that is a 4-pitch walk. And the Panthers have something going here in the 8th inning as Roop heads out to the mound to have a chat with his pitcher. And as we have a break in the action, as always, if you're not doing it yet, make sure you go follow them at London Majors on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Keep you up to date with all things London Majors, news, notes, and upcoming events. Of course, as we just mentioned, Pack the Park coming up next Saturday against the Barry Bay Cats. Sunday, that is. Velasquez looks in for the sign. Pitch is going to be hit on the ground to first. McGee throws to second. It is in the dirt. Candell unable to pick it. Everybody is safe. And the Panthers now have the bases loaded with only one out. That will more than likely go as an E3 against Kane McGee. And this could be the dagger for the Panthers. As Yuyor Ibarra walks to the plate. Power bat at the bottom of the lineup for the Panthers. First pitch from Velasquez is outside. Bullpen is moving for the Majors. He was warming up a little bit earlier, took a break, but he is now throwing again. It's Skylar Janice getting loose down that left field line. Time is called at the plate. Velasquez steps off, count 1-0, just taking a breather. Quickly back on the rubber. London Majors crowd beginning to make some noise here. They understand their pitcher just one pitch away from getting out of the inning. Corners are in for the Majors. Of course, up the middle, they're playing for the double play. 1-0 is inside. It hits them. And a run is going to come across the plate via the hit by pitch, giving Kitchener a 6-0 lead. Of course, in a situation like this, you absolutely can't be scared to go inside. Got to make the hitter try and roll one over, try and jam him. Roll a ball over, get a ground ball. He ended up going inside, and he clipped the hitter Ibarra to make it a 6-0 game. With that, we get a pitching change. We'll tell you who is coming in for Velasquez right after this. 6-0 Panthers on your home of Majors Baseball, Majors TV.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home.
Joseph crushes one.
Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and the athletes. Whether it's in the rink with the Knights or on the field with the Majors, Game Day London has you covered from the start. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com, a proud sponsor of Majors TV.
You're watching London Majors Baseball.
London Majors Baseball. London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Park. Reece Doumani here with you in the Game Day London broadcast booth. New pitcher into the ball game. Mentioned that he was warming up a couple of minutes ago. It is Skylar Janice who will replace Abdiel Velasquez. And he inherits a very tough situation. Bases loaded. Only one out. One run is already in. Panthers looking to do more damage. It is Jet Jarvis. Be the first one to face Janice. First pitch will miss for ball one. One 0 is inside. If you're Jet Jarvis in this situation, yeah, 2-0. Great hitters count. Absolutely, you dial in on one pitch. They also have to be in the back of your mind, make him throw a strike. And there it is. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. It really looked like that's exactly what Jet Jarvis was doing. Two-1 is inside, and count 3 balls and 1 strike. Janice in jeopardy of walking in a run and extending this Panthers lead. Pitch is high, ball 4. Another run comes across, and that lead is extended. I'll turn things over for the top of this Kitchener Panthers lineup. It'll be Blake Jacklin stepping in. Majors continue to play corners in. Of course, middle infield still playing for the double play. Outfield playing fairly in as well, fairly shallow across the diamond. Joseph in left, Lawrence in center, and Reichstein in right field. First pitch is high, ball 1. One 0 in for a strike. Majors bullpen is still in action. It's the left-hander Jared Lund warming up. 1-1 is in the dirt. Ball 2. Kitchener Panthers going to be very patient here with Janice. Force him into the strike zone. Make sure you get a pitch you can drive. Bases still loaded. 2-1 is hit on the ground right side. Janice covering first. Drops the ball. Everybody's going to be safe. Whalen comes across to score. Third run of the inning across for the Panthers. And it's 8-0. First pitch to leader, swung on and missed. That last play will go as an E1 against Skylar Janice. Strike 2 gets called on leader, and I would have to agree with him. That pitch looked pretty low. He swung his bat off the dirt. Count is 0-2. He's going to hit a ground ball foul. Left side. Owen Boone started the game, went 6 innings, gave up 5. And we've seen Velasquez and now Janice out of the Majors bullpen. The 0-2 is low. Ibarra is at third. Jarvis is at second. Jacqueline is the runner at first. Just one out in the top of the 8th inning. That ball is swung on and missed. It is in the dirt, but no advancement due to first base being occupied. Out number 2 recorded. And I'll bring up Raul Gonzalez, the 9th hitter of the inning for the Kitchener Panthers. Three runs already across. First pitch is low, ball 1. Gonzalez 1 for 4. That lone hit was a single way back in the first. He's also struck out, grounded into a fielder's choice, and flown out to left. The 1-0 is in the dirt and blocked. 2 balls and no strikes to the Panthers' number 3 hitter. Janice looking to get his team off the field, back in the dugout, get on the sticks. It's an even bigger hill to climb now. 8-0 Panthers lead. The 2-0 is in for a strike. The 2-1 is going to be lined into left field. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes a second. The throw from Lawrence is on the money. What a throw. Starling Joseph nabs the runner at the plate. 1 run does come across, though, before the out is recorded. A 4 spot put up in the inning by the Panthers. They lead 9-0. as they record their 11th hit of the ball game. Kitchener just continues to keep London at bay. Christian Hawk, phenomenal on the mound. Looks like his night is done as a new pitcher will pick up the baseball and toe the rubber. Great game pitched by Christian Hawk. He goes 7 innings, 6 hits, no runs allowed. And as mentioned earlier in the game, really only now we're looking at 2 situations where the Majors had more than 1 runner on base. That was in the first inning as well as in the 6th. Other than that, 1 or less. And he will give way to Daniel Marquez. Marquez will make his 5th appearance of the year. He's thrown in 3 2/3 innings. 2 hits allowed, 2 earned runs allowed. He's walked 7, struck out 3. .90 ERA coming into this appearance. We're in the middle of the 8th inning. Quick update around the Intercounty Baseball League. Hamilton has retaken the lead over Toronto. They lead 10-5 in the bottom of the 8th inning over the Maple Leafs. Of course, at Bernie Arbor Stadium in Hamilton and in Brantford. Guelph Royals 12, Brantford Red Sox 2. That game is in the top of the 6th inning. There's those folks who follow the Detroit Tigers, falling to the Diamondbacks in Game 1 of that 3-game weekend series, 11-6 the final score. I'm going to put the full blame on Taylor Swift because she is performing at Ford Field this weekend. Just reminded me of that as they played Shake It Off here at Labatt Memorial Park, which is going to make a fun adventure for me, who will be attending the Tigers game tomorrow, 1 o'clock start. All about those free bobbleheads, Miguel Cabrera bobblehead. All about the free bobblehead. I've got too many Jays ones. I got to start getting more Tigers bobbleheads. As the first pitch is fouled back and out of play. 1-2-3 due up for the Majors. Tommy Reyes Cruz, Byron Reichstein, and Eduardo Diolio. 0-1 is popped up. Foul territory. Moving over and making the play is the third baseman Parsons. And that is out number 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Majors aren't done this weekend. Following the conclusion of tonight's game, they will head to Guelph tomorrow. It will be a 1 p.m. start at Hastings Stadium. Kitchener Panthers, they will move on to Barrie. 4:05 first pitch up north, up to 400. First pitch to Reichstein's taken for a strike. That will begin a home and home between the Panthers and Baycats, as the Panthers are currently playing game 2 of a 4-4. An 11-5 loss to Brantford yesterday, and they have definitely rebounded here tonight, leading the Majors 9-0. Ball going to be hit on the ground right side, but wide of first. Count no balls and 2 strikes. Actually have a full slate of games tomorrow around the Inter-County Baseball League. As mentioned, London is in Guelph and Kitchener is in Barrie. Elsewhere, Toronto Maple Leafs will be in Welland to take on the Jackfish. And the Brantford Red Sox will host the Hamilton Cardinals. You get a meeting on the mound here. The 0-2 is going to be nubbed right back to the pitcher. He's going to take his time, throw on to first base. To retire Reichstein, Daniel Marquez hopping very quickly off the mound to make that play. That's a quick 2 outs. In the bottom of the 8th inning, I'll bring up Eduardo Diolio. He is 0 for 3 tonight. He's struck out a couple of times as well as grounded to short. First pitch to him is way outside. One 0 from Marquez is fouled straight back off the facing. Count 1-1. Whalen continues to play shaded towards second base, kind of cover the middle of the field. This ball is hit in the air. Deep right center field, going back towards the wall. It is off the wall. Diolio a wide turnaround first, but he's going to stop there. It's a long single for the Majors catcher. He is on with 2 outs in the 8th inning. It looks like we're going to get a pinch runner for Diolio. There'll be Bowman coming in to hit for Diolio. Again, probably thought that was gone, and a lot of people around Labatt Memorial Park did. He got a really good piece of it, but it ended up hitting the facing of the wall. Here's Starling Joseph. He's 0 for 3. Struck out twice, and he's grounded into a double play. Bowen off of first. Pitches in the dirt. Bowen not being covered, being held on as it is a 9-0 ball game. Hits have gotten a little bit closer. It's now 10-7. Is going to be hit in the air. Deep left center field. That ball is gone. Majors get on the board here in the 8th. A 2-run homer from Starling Joseph. And it's now a 9-2 ball game. And that was an absolute no-doubter off of Starling Joseph's bat. Showing off his power here late in the ball game, giving this stadium some life. And it sets the table for Cleveland Brownlee. Another opportunity to get RBI number 500, and he would have to do it via the long ball here in the 8th inning with nobody on base. Had a very good opportunity to do it in his last at bat in the 6th. If not for the efforts of Jet Jarvis. A ball that was headed for the wall in right center field. Jarvis laid out, kept the ball in front of him, which kept Reichstein at third base. Easily would have scored if that ball gets to the wall. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Marquez into the windup. 1-1 to Brownlee is low, ball 2. A lot of fans have stuck it out here at Labatt Memorial Park, wondering if they will see history right now. The 2-1 is going to be hit on the ground to third. Nice easy hop for Parsons. He's going to throw across the diamond in time to retire the side. However, this stadium gets some life. A 2-run homer from Starling Joseph cuts into the Panthers' lead. It's now 9-2 as we head to the top of the 9th inning. You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch them all.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Park here in London, Ontario, inside the London Game Day broadcast booth. My name is Reece Doumani, being joined by JC here in the booth, and we're looking at a 9-2 game as we head into the 9th inning. But in that last inning, you can really tell how passionate this fan base is, just solely based off of a 2-run homer by Starling Joseph to get the Majors on the board.
Yeah, absolutely, Reece. It definitely brought the livelihood back into this fan base and the team as well. They switched out their pitcher in the inning to kind of bit of change of scenery, and the Majors have just kept that momentum going. It's not an easy thing to do, being down 9 runs and then to come back in the 8th inning.
Never say never, though. It has been done before. That's one thing these Majors fans who have stuck it out here are hoping for. There are a couple of changes for the London Majors defensively. Brett Graham has taken over for Keith Candell at shortstop. And behind the plate is Brad Verhoeven, as Diolio was lifted for a pinch runner in the bottom of the 8th inning. Skylar Jaci back out for the 9th. He came in middle of the top of the 8th as Velasquez was struggling to make it through the Panthers lineup, as a big swing and a miss there from Wilson. Count is even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Very close pitch, misses for ball 3, whether it was in or down. Looks like it could have gone either way. The count will now run full. "3-2" is hit a mile, but a mile foul. It looks like catcher's interference is going to be called. Liam Wilson will reach on that foul ball. And it will be, as Verhoeven got his glove a little bit too close there, allowing Wilson to reach. Couple other defensive switches for the London Majors here in the 9th. Now playing center field is William Pollard, and in right is Judd Walker. Well, being at a 9-2 ball game, Majors trying to get everybody in and get a couple guys rested for tomorrow's game in Guelph. "1-1" is taken for a strike. "1-2", this one is going to be lined right back at the mound. And a good job there from Janice to hop and be aware that the ball is coming right at him. He'll record out number 1 here in the 9th inning. Panthers continue to lead by 7. And JC, as this game's gone on, the Majors really, until that 8th inning, hadn't had a chance to really get anything going offensively. But you were around the stadium. You kind of got an idea of what the fans were watching, what they were, seeing the Majors. But the vibes still seemed to be up. Throughout this game. What did you see throughout the course of this contest while you were at field level and walking around the concourse?
The Majors have a very loyal fan base. I will say that. I mostly saw a lot of young, very excited kids who love baseball, and they get really excited to do run the 3 bases. That's their highlight of the night. And, Cleveland Brownlee hit that ball, which kind of kept the fans lively. I think it was bottom of the 5th. And So the Majors have had a few opportunities. It's not like they've been shut down this whole game. They've had a few opportunities to bring some light into their team.
Yeah, it's really players like Cleveland Brownlee that keep fans coming back. And I mentioned this earlier in the game where it's not just here at Labatt Memorial Park. You know, there's 7 other ballparks around the Intercounty Baseball League where when London's in town, people will come to watch Cleveland Brownlee. And a good example of that was in the 3rd inning. During the game, he's signing autographs. He's interacting with fans, interacting with kids. And like you said, like the highlight for the kids is running the bases, getting the chance to feel like Cleveland Brownlee, right? Getting a chance to run the bases. So that's a good point by you because it's something that, in major leagues, it's a lot to try and run the bases. I've tried when I was younger. It's not very easy. The line goes all the way around the stadium. Whereas here in London, you get a select few kids that do want to go on the field and, feel like a London Major, essentially.
Absolutely, and speaking of Cleveland Brownlee and kids, Cleveland's son actually sits in the dugout with him every single home game that they play, which is a really incredible experience as a kid to watch your dad and watch the fans just absolutely love him. So that's got to be a great experience as a kid.
Strikeout here from Janice. There are now 2 down in the top of the 9th inning. Runner still at first base. Yeah, he's a staple too. He's starting to become a staple too. Cleveland Jr. in that London Majors dugout, that's for sure.
He's got it all going. He's got the Brownlee Jr. jersey on, and he's a part of the team.
Love it. First pitch from Janice misses high and inside. Looks like he went with the breaking ball there. .1-0 swung on and missed. Janice just looking for that 0 here in the top of the 9th. Your team got a little bit of momentum back in the bottom of the 8th, a 2-run homer from Starling Joseph. And whether you build on that towards the rest of the game here, try and mount a comeback, which of course they'll try and do. But Jaci, it almost looks you get that feeling that this late offensive push for the Majors could just leak into the next game, into tomorrow against the Guelph Royals. As this pitch gets away, runner will advance, but you don't just work towards, of course, a comeback in the 9th inning, but you got a game to play tomorrow, and it's pretty quick turnaround being at 1 o'clock and being that you have to travel to Guelph for it.
There is something very showing and character telling about a team who does not give up when they're down 9 runs going into the 8th inning and having that will and that motivation to come back. And I think that comes a lot from their coach, Roop Chanerdad, him switching the pitcher, still keeping his team motivated no matter the scoreboard. And even just carrying that momentum into tomorrow's game will do this team wonders.
Here's a 3-2 pitch. It is on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Side retired here in the top of the 9th inning. Kitchener strands 1, but nothing across. Score remains the same, 9-2. Kitchener leads it. We will head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Majors looking to mount a comeback. Of course, multiple substitutions there defensively in the top of the 9th inning, which is something that is also very underrated in my opinion as you go throughout a season, whether it be at this level, be in the minor leagues, be at the major leagues, just getting people involved. Majors with a couple of games this weekend. We're not looking at a schedule like Kitchener where they played yesterday, they play tonight, they play tomorrow, and they play Sunday. But for London, I think it's important here in a game situation like this, right? Kitchener's not by any means throwing out weak guns at all. They've still got a lot of their top guys into the ball game. I'm sure we'll see maybe a couple defensive substitutions here, but when you have 4 games in 4 nights, you got to make sure everyone's fresh, everyone's ready to go for the next day. So the valuable experience these London Majors players are getting who don't play regularly is just massive.
Yeah, this Kitchener team coming off a loss from Brantford last night, and now into today's game, that this win tonight is really important for them going into the rest of their weekend. You don't want to get down 2 games, then it's easy to kind of snowball from there and get down on yourself. So being up in this game going into the bottom of the 9th here is really great for this Kitchener team.
Yeah, it's definitely a worst travel schedule, I would say, for Kitchener, having to go up to Barrie tomorrow. 4 o'clock start against the Baycats, beginning a home-and-home with Barrie, of course, concluding that on Sunday at Jackfish Park.
This Kitchener team is going to be all over Ontario this weekend.
Yeah, they go Kitchener, London tonight, of course, up to Barrie and back to Kitchener on Sunday.
I'm sure there's going to be lots of team bonding, both on this bus ride to and from London and to and from Barrie tomorrow, because Barrie's a little bit of a further drive than London.
And one thing I've always found funny about Barrie is that stadium really isn't even in Barrie. It is, but it isn't. It's on the outskirts. It's, you know, I got the chance to go up there last year for the first time. Coaching, it wasn't even with the Brantford Red Sox when I was calling their games, just coaching a team of 10-year-olds, had a tournament up in Barrie, and that baseball complex in Barrie is very nice. They have numerous diamonds for Barrie minor baseball, and of course you've got the Barrie Baycats Stadium in the same complex. You know, it's just a great baseball atmosphere up in Barrie. They do it right. You know, we talk about how well you guys do here with Majors TV and with the broadcast here. Barrie is doing something pretty good up there as well too. Game day, media coverage, everything. They're right there with Majors TV as we get ready to begin the bottom of the 9th inning. First pitch taken for a strike. I don't think one soul who is a supporter of London or wearing London Majors colors agreed with the call, but maybe looking at a 9-2 strike zone here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Oh, 1 low and away. One fouled straight back, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's a 1-2 offering. It is in the dirt. And that one hurt for sure. Got to do everything to block the ball, especially with 2 strikes. But that one absolutely hurt. And Justin Snively is going to walk out to the mound, give the catcher a little bit of time to regroup. McGee steps out as well. Going to get ready for a 2-2 offering. Majors looking to start a comeback. Down 7. 9-2, Panthers lead it. Two-two offering is swung on and missed. And McGee is down for out number 1 in the bottom of the 9th.
Your center fielder, number 14, Will Pollard.
Now Will Pollard will step in. It'll be his first at-bat of the night. Came in as a defensive replacement for Drew Lawrence, who was very good in the outfield today. Started it off right in the first inning. A beautiful diving catch to get this crowd into it right away. That ball in the dirt clips the umpire, Justin Snively. We'll take a breather here. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 to Pollard is swung on and missed. Good hack from number 14 in white. Pitch taken for a ball, 2-1. Panthers scoring 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and then zeros all the way across until the 8th inning where they put up 4, going up by 9. Majors responded in the bottom half with 2. Starling Joseph with a 2-run homer to left center field. Got the Majors on the board, got this crowd into it a little bit. Now 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. 10 hits for Kitchener, 8 for the Majors. That is ball 4 outside. Very close take, but a good eye from Will Pollard. He'll reach with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Now Dan Battelle will step in. He's 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts. He's also grounded out to second base in this one. The Panthers looking for that double play. First pitch is a strike. That ball is going to get through the left side. So Battelle will reach for the first time tonight. Majors, something brewing here in the bottom of the 9th inning, JC. First and second, 1 out.
Yeah, it's good to see zeros across the board. And then in the 8th, there was a little bit of a spark. Starling Joseph started. He's a player on this team that really brings the energy. I was talking to some kids, and they say that their favorite player is Starling Joseph because of his dance moves. And that's something that the fans noticed and has turned him into a fan favorite, much like Cleveland Brownlee.
Yeah, he absolutely puts on a show. And, I mean, even if we're talking on the defensive side, an early home run for the Panthers, almost taken back by Starling Joseph. He definitely excites the fans in more ways than one. Brett Graham swings and misses. This is his first step out of the night. As he hits in Keith Candel's spot. Candel finishing 1 for 3 before being lifted. That one tipped into Ibarra's glove. It's 0-2. Yeah, Starling Joseph built up a lot of relationships, obviously with teammates, front office, anyone up here in the booth, and of course the fans. Last year he had such a successful season. It was just a treat to watch him play. I think that's what the London Majors are really good at, is finding players who not only can play baseball at a very high level, but who can understand the role that they play when it comes to the fans. They can understand how to play the game the right way. And, of course, that starts with Roop. That starts right away with him. The 1-2 pitch is going to be hit on the ground foul down the left side. It's not just about building a team on the field. It's about building a culture around Labatt Memorial Park. I mean, you've got so much history just in this, however big this area is. 330 down the line in left field, 330 down the line in right, 402 to center. Just so much baseball history at Labatt Memorial Park. Here's another 1-2. It is inside and low, and the count is now even. Brett Graham putting together one heck of an at-bat. Two-two. Swung on and missed. Second strikeout of the inning. And the Majors are now down to their final out. We'll bring up Tommy Reyes-Cruz, top of the order for the London Majors. Reyes-Cruz 1 for 4, singled back in the first. He's grounded out 2 first, and he's also hit a couple of fly balls. First pitch to him is high. One-0 high as well. And again, Ibarra moving out in front of the plate and directing his pitcher, understanding what he did wrong on that previous pitch and how to fix it. Get back into the zone here. 2-0 count. 9-2 ball game. You would think Reyes-Cruz is set for a fastball middle in, and he's going to let it loose. 2-0 is hit on the ground to first. This should do it. Ball game over. Reyes-Cruz grounds out, and the Kitchener Panthers rebound from that loss last night against the Brantford Red Sox on home field. And they take it here at Labatt Memorial Park, 9-2 over the London Majors, who dropped to 4-5 on the season, heading into Guelph tomorrow. And that'll be a Guelph Royals team coming off a very big victory at Arnold Anderson Stadium tonight against the Brantford Red Sox. Of course, tune in to Guelph Royals live stream tomorrow for the London Majors Guelph Royals game. But here we're going to put a wrap on it. 9-2, the final score in favor of the visitors from Kitchener. You see there the hits 10-9 in favor of Kitchener. At one point it was 10-2. Kitchener was out hitting London. London able to storm back, get some hits together, able to only get 2 runs on the board, but still nice fighting effort, get 9 hits on the board. Just those couple of errors you kind of saw prove costly for the Majors, especially in that 4-run inning for Kitchener in that 8th inning.
Yeah, it was nice to see London have some life to them even after all those zeros across those 7th innings. Overall, it was nice for the Majors to finish the way they did, show that fight and show that give. At the beginning of the season, you don't necessarily want to be at the top with a target on your back. They're just kind of riding that below 500 now. They were going into tonight's game at 500, so now they're just below. So lots more baseball to be played the rest of the summer, Reese.
Absolutely, and that's the way you have to look at it. 4-5, you're through 9 games. Kitchener's through 11. It's early. It's still early. I thought Owen Boone looked good, minus a couple of pitches that he probably wants back. He gave up 4 home runs today in his outing, but went 6 strong, I thought. So a good outing for him. Christian Hawk was just better for the Kitchener Panthers. So both threw well, but obviously it was the Kitchener Panthers coming out on top. Just want to mention before we head out for tonight, remember, pack the park next weekend, Sunday, Father's Day, free admission. Tickets are available online, of course. Get out here with the entire family. It's going to be a fun event with the Barrie Bay Cats in town. But before that, next home game will come on Friday. It's June 16th. The Toronto Maple Leafs will be in town here at Labatt Memorial Park, so make sure you get down here for that one. Again, for everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Everyone here, part of the Majors TV broadcast crew, for JC and for myself. Everybody have a great night, and thanks for tuning in.